This is a 100% true story. I know it's going to sound pretty insane, but I swear that everything I'm going to tell you actually happened. During the fall semester my senior year of high school, about 14 years ago now, every night after dinner with my family, I'd walk my dog Jessie down to the street to a small field near our house. Two things you should know. One, my house is situated on top of a hill, and you have to walk over the top of it and all the way to the bottom to get to the field. It's lined with trees, lots of street lamps, so it's pretty well lit overall, but it can still seem a bit spooky at times. The second thing, Jessie, is one of the most well-behaved golden retrievers I've ever seen in my life. She never barks at anyone, never runs off, she doesn't even chase squirrels. So normally I don't keep that close of an eye on her or even keep her on a leash when we're just walking down the street. Anyway, so I start walking with her down our steps to the street just like any other night. It's about 9:30 p.m. and the sun is long gone. We usually just walk down the middle of the road because not that many cars drive through. Jessie's not on a leash, but right by my side as we round the top of the hill to go down, when all of a sudden we see a woman walking towards us in the middle of the road. We're at the top of the hill and she's about halfway up, staggering in this weird, unnatural sort of way. She was walking almost as if she was a ghost out of The Grudge or some horrible Silent Hill character. But when I first saw her, I wasn't really scared, just more worried if she was okay. I thought maybe she'd been hit by a car and one of her legs was broken. But she was moving in a long, jilted but steady pace. She had long black hair and a dark dress, and her skin was pretty pale in the street lamp's light. I didn't really know what to do or what to make of the scene. I just kind of stopped, staring at her when suddenly Jessie starts running toward her, barking like crazy. I've never seen her bark like this before. I honestly felt like if someone broke into our house, she'd just go up to them expecting to be pet. But here she was, growling ferociously, almost like she was ready to strike. I chased after her, only catching up when she was right in front of her, the woman, basically barking in her face. The woman didn't react at all, though. She didn't jump, didn't put her hands out. She just stood there, staring at my dog. I bent down, grabbing Jessie by the collar to pull her back. I was maybe 2 feet from the woman. I started apologizing profusely, but when I turned my head up to look at her, I stopped. She slowly turns and looks down toward me without saying anything, and I immediately see it. She doesn't have a face. Not in the her features were all mixed together, washed out way. She literally doesn't have a face. It's complete blackness, like looking into the sky and staring at the blackness between 2 stars. I can see her hair, I can see her neck, but I can't see a single feature between. I'm telling you, it was absolute and utter black, a void. I looked into it, stopped, dead mid-apology as she looks down back at me without a word. After a few seconds of us just staring at each other in silence, she turns away and looks back forward, commencing to walk again. I let go of my dog's collar, more in a surprise than anything, and immediately Jessie runs away to the other side of the street. Chasing after her, I catch up and grab her collar again on the sidewalk now. It couldn't have been more than 3 to 5 seconds, but holding my dog again, I turned to look back at the woman and she had disappeared. At the rate she was walking, it should have taken her at least 30 seconds to get to the top of the hill, but there was nothing. She completely vanished. At the time, this was weirdly the most unsettling part for me. What the fuck just happened? Did it even happen? My dog had reacted to her too, so I wasn't the only one who saw it. Slowly, I took Jessie the rest of the way down and watched as she ambled around the field. The whole time I kept looking over my shoulder, deeply afraid that something was going to sneak up on me. All night, I became more and more bothered by what happened, trying to rationalize it. Maybe the way her hair fell blocked the light, but I would have seen something. The tip of her nose, part of her mouth, but there was nothing. Literally nothing. I'm not religious, and the logical part of me doesn't believe in ghosts. If there's no heaven or hell, how do you explain this kind of afterlife where we still keep our bodies, our minds? I don't even know. I still don't quite believe in spirits, but I genuinely can't explain what happened that night.